We here at the Comfort Authority want you to be comfortable. In fact, we're kind of an authority on it. See what I did there? You've probably landed on this video because someone told you that maybe you have a clogged drain pipe or some other similar diagnosis of why your home AC isn't working. Often our pipes in our home can get clogged for various reasons. And when that pipe that is attached to the AC system becomes clogged, a safety switch, assuming water damage safety switches are installed, can shut off your AC, leading you to think that something is wrong with the entire air conditioner. It's frustrating to think that your AC system is broken, but sometimes it can be just a simple, annoying clog in one of your home's drain pipes. Very often, you can have your system up and running again in just a few minutes without having to spend money or time calling a service provider out for something that a simple shop vac and some water can quickly solve. Anyways, let's get to it. First things first, you're going to need a wet-dry vacuum, also called a shop vac, and a rag or some wide tape. You might also need an extension cord. And the last thing you're going to need is about half a gallon of water in a pourable container. It can be a water bottle, pitcher, watering can, whatever will allow you to pour the water in a small-ish hole without making a mess. Unless you don't care about making a mess, in which case, you do you. Okay, ready? Now, you're going to find the indoor unit of your air conditioner and determine whether there is a vent cap on it. Go ahead and open the vent cap. That's where you'll probably end up pouring the water in. Or possibly you can pour it in the float switch if you have that type of float switch. It's the little white cup that the float sits in. The float switch is near the drain line, which is usually wrapped in like a black foamy type of insulation. Both the vent cap and the float switch are located at the bottom of the air handler, toward the front, on one side or the other. They usually have black wires coming out of the top of the switch. Now, grab your shop vac, your extension cord, your rag, and your tape, and walk outside and find where the drain line exits. You've probably noticed this before. It's a little white pipe, about an inch in diameter. Usually it has water dripping out of it. Probably not right now since your drain line is blocked. Most of the time, the drain line is by the outdoor unit of the air conditioner, but it can be other places too, so you might have to hunt around for it. It sticks out of the ground or out of the side of your house. Pause the video if you need to go find it. Okay, now that you found it, you're going to hook up your shop vac hose to the drain pipe by putting the hose over the drain pipe. Now wrap a wet rag or tape around the connection. This will help secure the connection and make sure your shop vac can really suck. So you may or may not need the extension cord, but the point is get power to the shop vac and turn it on. Now, go back inside to the indoor unit. You're going to get your steps in today because we here at the Comfort Authority care not only about your HVAC, we care about your health as well. Listen for suction through the vent that you opened earlier. If you hear suction, go ahead and pour the water down the vent to flush anything through that might be in the drain line. You'll want to flush about a half a gallon of water down the drain. If you don't have a vent, you can slowly pour water into the float switch cup instead. And now back outside and turn off the shop vac. Open up the shop vac and see what's in there. Buckle up, might be gross. There might be some goopy stuff in there, and if there is, go ahead and dump it out. Rinse out the shop vac, and then repeat the process of turning the shop vac on, pouring the water through the inside drain vent or float switch until you have mostly, if not totally clean water in your shop vac. The technical term for this in the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning industry is lather, rinse, repeat. When you're done, disconnect the shop vac and make sure that you pour water back through the drain vent or switch until it comes out of the pipe outside, because there's a P-trap in there. A P-trap keeps air from getting sucked back in, and you'll definitely want to have water filling that low spot in the trap. Then put the cap back on the vent, and if there's any water in the float cup, dry it out using a rag or paper towel, and then put the switch back in its cup. Now, check your thermostat and see if it's on. If it is, set it to cool, and turn the temperature down lower than the indoor temperature by a couple degrees. And note the time. If the AC doesn't come back on in 10 minutes or less, call the Comfort Authority. But if it does, you're all done. Congratulations! You've earned the honorary title of HVAC Service Tech. Great job! Now go back inside and enjoy that air conditioning.